God cannot do does not exist. My name is Gift Kingdom. I'm making this video from North Carolina, United States of America. I want to thank this God that sees me. I want to thank Him for answering my prayers, answering the prayers of my family that have been praying and interceding for me. Last year, I was praying on this altar for twins. God answered my prayer. I was bleeding one day. I knew I was pregnant already, and I was bleeding, so I went to the emergency department, and they did their test, and they were like, "Oh, congratulations, you see TUSAC. You're fine, you're not having any miscarriage," because I thought I was having a miscarriage. But they're like, "No, you're not having a miscarriage. Congratulations, you're having twins." I was so happy. I was like, "God of NSPPD, thank you. Thank you." I was so happy. I had my first appointment. Wanted to make sure everything was fine before I go to Nigeria. So they checked them and they're like, "Okay, they're doing good. Seeing their heartbeat. The only thing is they're sharing one placenta and it's a high-risk pregnancy, so I have to be very careful." I said, "Okay," so I went to Nigeria. And I came back. While I was going through the pregnancy, I was on the prayer line praying, and I came to every word that Pastor Jerry would say, that no pregnant woman would die with their pregnancy, their babies will not die. I came into it.
Pregnant women, put your two hands on your belly. At the sound of your head, none of you will die in your pregnancy. None of you will die in your pregnancy. There shall be no infant of this. You will not cast your young. You will not cast your young.
May 19th, I started having contractions. So I went to the hospital to see what's going on. They said, "Oh, you're contracting, but you're not dilating. So go back home. If it gets serious, come back." So I came back home. 21st, which was on Sunday, the contraction became more severe. So I went back to the hospital. They checked me. They said, "You're dilating, so we're going to keep you." I said, "Okay." Now, late hours of the Sunday, the NSPPD wasn't on yet, but I was playing the back prayers, previous prayers. I was playing it when the doctor came in and said she wants to check me again. By then the contraction had become more severe, so she wanted to check and see how far I've dilated, and she put her instrument to check, and then when she was trying to bring it up, I started bleeding. Seriously, it felt like they had just opened the tap and the blood was just gushing out. And I asked her, I was like, "Is this me that is bleeding like this?" She said, "Yes, but we're taking you for an emergency C-section." Immediately, they called other doctors and they all started rushing in. I was like, "I need to make a phone call." So I called my friend who I had asked to stand by, Answer Mary, God bless you. So she's also an NSPPD, so I knew that I had a backup prayer with me. And she came, but I didn't know she had come because they had wheeled me to the hospital, to the operating room. And on our way to the operating room, I made a quick prayer because the way I was bleeding, I didn't know if I was going to make it. So I said, "God, my life is in your hands, and please don't make my children motherless." That was a prayer I made. And I remember them taking my phone away from me, and that was it. I didn't wake up till days later. I think that 4 or 5 days later. From what my friend told me and what my husband and the doctors, they told me, my friend said when she came, they told her that they're having difficulty, that I'm bleeding too much, that the way they're saying it, they'll have to do a hysterectomy on me in order to save my life. If she takes, she was like, "No, you have the husband has to take permission." So they called my husband, and my husband said if that would save my life, they should go ahead and have it done. So they did it. But after doing it, I was still bleeding. The bleeding was not stopping. They took me to the ICU. I was in coma. They had the tube on and blood pumping here and there, machines everywhere, because my whole system has shut down. The system was not working anymore, so the machine had to breathe for me. And the doctors were like, they told my husband said they told him that your wife lost all the blood in her body. We've given her 25 parts of blood. We don't know if she's going to make it. We don't know even if she wakes up, if she's going to be herself. We don't know if she's going to have brain damage because she has lost all the blood. And we're giving her more blood as of now. We're giving her 25 parts of blood. So right now, we just have to wait and see if she's going to wake up. When I woke up, days later, my sister told me, my sister-in-law called me, she was like, "Pastor Jerry mentioned your case exactly on the 22nd because it had collapsed to the next day American time when the prayer was going on, and Pastor Jerry mentioned my case because the doctors were battling all through the night. They were battling with me, and Pastor Jerry said, "I see your loved one in the hospital. It's an emergency. They are looking for where they will put infusion. Everything has collapsed. It does not look good. It does not look good. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, let it be reversed."
I see your loved one in the hospital. It's an emergency. They are looking for where they will put infusion. And they're saying everything has collapsed. Everything has collapsed. It doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. It doesn't look good. You are on with NSPPD right now. You are on with NSPPD right now. By the power that raised Jesus from the dead, I announce, let it be reversed. Let it be reversed.
God saw me because I was going. I woke up. I was fine. My twins were fine. They were healthy. They came out breathing on their own at 32 weeks. They were looking big. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. Thank you, NSPPD crew. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you. I want to thank my family who were on NSPPD praying for me from Nigeria, from America, from UK. It is sweet to have family that prays with you in the same prayer group, same prayer line. Thank you.